We are getting a clearer picture of D.C.'s primary election results. In the Ward 1 race, Aparna Raj is now projected to win the Democratic primary after 4 rounds of ranked choice voting tabulation. And in the at-large race, Owolewa emerged as the projected winner after 8 rounds. Sam Delgado, a reporter with the 51st, joins us now to break it all down for us. Sam, it goes to show what ranked choice could mean for this election. Can you start by giving our viewers who may not live in D.C. or Ward 1 a quick overview of these 2 candidates who now look like future council members?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll start off with Aparna Raj. She is currently the Democratic nominee for the Ward 1 race, and she's a Democratic socialist. She got her start in D.C. politics through tenant and housing organizing. There were a lot of progressives in the Ward 1 race, but she stood out as the most left-leaning, a lot of which stemmed from her rhetoric around critiquing the status quo, corporate interests, as well as campaigning on ambitious policy ideas like free childcare from ages 3 months to 3 years and expanding rent stabilization to more properties. And then you also have Owolewa. He is a pharmacist who's also served as DC's shadow representative for the last 6 years. And like Raj, he also had a lot of endorsements from progressive organizations and unions, as well as ambitious policy plans, one of which was making the University of District of Columbia tuition free. So those are, a quick rundown of the 2 candidates.
I mean, you've just given us an idea of who these candidates stood for. Then you talk about the mayor's race. What do you make of these nominees that the Democrats, the people in the city, have chosen? What message are the voters sending here?
I think that the message that voters are sending is flatly that they want change and they want someone who's going to address their day-to-day quality of life issues, particularly around affordability. What these progressive candidates all had in common was that they campaigned on the idea that the way that DC is currently being governed isn't working for working families, and really zeroed in on the affordability aspect, as well as on federal interference from the Trump administration.
Right. And that Trump effect is always going to be in the background here. How do you expect this new council to govern if all of these primary winners are elected in November? And of course, you have to think about replacing Robert White and Janice Lewis-George, who both won their respective elections.
Exactly. And so for that reason, I think it's still a little bit up in the air how this new council will govern. Like you just mentioned, there are going to be 2 new council members that replace Janice Lewis-George and Robert White based on special elections. And once those seats are filled, I think we'll have a much more fuller picture of how this council will govern. There's also still, moderate lawmakers in the council, like Council Chair Phil Mendelson, that the new progressive council members will need to work with. And many of them have indicated that they look forward to doing so. But overall, I do think that there will be a progressive caucus in the council and in the mayor's office. And I think we'll see them work together to advance some of their shared ideas.
Yeah, a lot of changes coming to D.C. for sure. This is just the beginning. Sam Delgado with the 51st. Thanks so much for joining us with your insight.
Yeah, thank you so much.